So hello, welcome. If you have not already noticed, I am in beautiful Ashland once again for the third annual and my third time in a row at the Ashland Mystery Fest. I arrived a couple hours ago and it feels so good to be back, you guys. I can't even lie. The weather is gorgeous. You could probably already tell from the surroundings. The leaves are just peak fall. And I was talking to my Uber driver before she dropped me off, and apparently they were having rain up until literally yesterday, and so the rest of the forecast for the week is supposed to be gorgeous and sunny, and I am here for it. I'm very excited. If you have been around my channel for a while, you may have seen my vlogs from the past 2 years about Mystery Fest. Full disclosure, it might likely be the same, and that's only because I love doing the same things that I have done previously, which are visiting the bookshop, going to Paddington, of course picking out some earrings, and just exploring cozy small town Ashland, which I love. So if you are new around here, let me just kind of give you a rundown on what exactly this is. So Ashland Mystery Fest is the brainchild of author Ellie Alexander, cozy mystery author, one of my favorite authors and people ever. And basically it's just a weekend to celebrate cozy mysteries, readers and authors. And so this weekend is going to be jam-packed with panels and cooking demonstrations and just all around good time. What sets this apart from other just typical bookish conventions is that one, it's not in a hotel. In fact, we are in Ashland, which is a quaint, small, cozy town, which oh my goodness, I cannot talk because I'm so excited. Ellie actually features in her Bake Shop mystery books, but all of the events take place around the town. So we actually are out getting to explore the town, not just stuck in a singular building. Another reason that it is different is that it's more than just author panels. There are interactive cooking demos, there are creating mystery short stories, there are solving mysteries together, there are panels about, tips to become a cozy mystery author. So there's a whole lot of things, and I absolutely love it. I am staying at the Winchester, which is one of the really famous B&Bs in the area. Also, it is featured in A Cup of Holiday Fear, which is one of the books in Ellie's Bake Shop mystery series, and it just feels so good to be here. It feels right. And again, for the third year in a row, I booked the same room. I was actually thinking if I wanted to switch it up, but at this point I'm like, let me at least go for a hat trick, so it feels very much like my annual thing. So we're at the Mystery Fest for the third year in a row. I'm staying at the Winchester for the third year in a row, and I'm staying in my same room for the third year in a row, which obviously I love it. It's got a fireplace, a big soaking jacuzzi tub, just perfection. So stick around if you want to see what I get up to this weekend. I already know it's going to be a fun time, and I just can't wait. Okay, so I know at this point I'm looking very tired, like I don't know, been on an airplane and been walking around for 3 hours look, so forgive the look. But I just checked into the room, and now I'm going to head over to the kickoff reception thing where they will introduce all of the authors and tell people what to expect for the weekend. Earlier, I did pop by Webster's, the yarn shop. They had this fun event hosted by Emmeline Duncan and Tish Bouvier, where you can crochet or knit a mystery object. Stay tuned on if I can actually complete mine, because I had to frog 2 rows. But Webster's is so adorable. I love looking at all the yarn, and the colors and everything was so soft. You can bet that I will be returning there. And I'm not sure what else I'm going to get up to this evening, but it's going to be a fun-filled weekend. So maybe Thursday I take it easy just a little bit, because tomorrow, Friday, will be stacked. sit here so that you guys could see the amazing fall view that I have outside of my room. But I wanted to kind of pop in and chat with you all since I'm pretty sure I left you hanging without any kind of narrative yesterday after the reception kickoff. So as you have seen, we had the kickoff reception on Thursday evening, which was actually really fun. They had an MC kind of host and keep things going, which is different than the previous years. I believe the woman was a contestant. Actually, she might have won it on America's Worst Cooks. So that's relevant because she gave us some really funny facts about her, including making a breast milk omelet. I've never seen that show, but color me intrigued. But she did a great job kind of keeping things going. And then each of the authors introduced themselves by having a 2 truths and a lie, which was really fun because you have creative people who have interesting lives. So kind of combining their lives with their fact was so funny. I got to talk with Esme Addison for a while as well, and we were kind of laughing over the fact that she was here last year and we did not cross paths at all whatsoever. So I'm like, I had to make sure that I sought you out so we could finally talk and meet face to face. But yeah, overall, it was just so fun. Of course, Ellie is lovely, continues to be oh so lovely and humble. And so I got to hug her and all of my friends so far. Basically, this is just me gushing about how great it is to be around my people. So today is going to be a jam-packed day. It's probably the busiest day of the weekend just because of all of the panels, including ours, which I'm not nervous for, just excited. But yeah, I'm about to go meet Court. We're going to have breakfast. I'm going to get caffeinated, and so I will check in with you all later. Yes, so reunited and it feels so good. We're doing our book influencer chat for the 2nd year in a row, which very excited about. What's the theme this year?
The mental health magic of cozy mysteries.
Yes. Mindful murder.
Mindful murder. I love that. Yes. So we're back at the Columbia Hotel in this adorable 4-bunk room.
Yes,
yes, exactly.
Look how cute this
I know. I'm obsessed with the little bags that are like the toiletries. Oh wait. Oh, yes, it is.
It's
amazing. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, stay tuned. Goodbye. Okay, so I've been a horrible vlogger today because I haven't talked to the camera, I don't think, almost all day. But I wanted to pop in for a recap, at least to accompany the B-roll, because I did take a lot of B-roll because, as you saw, Ashland was showing out today in all of its majestic fall glory. First of all, let's take a moment. Yes, that's Murder, She Wrote playing. Yes, that's a cozy fire going. I love it. It's so cozy. Take a shot every time I say cozy. But basically, just got back to my room after hanging with Kat and Adrian and Court in their room, just kind of BSing as one does. But today, day 2, was amazing. It was really fun. I explored the town more, popped back into Paddington. The big highlight was that we had our book influencer panel, which went really well. I mean, I wasn't nervous, shockingly, but that's mostly because I was with my people. But we got to talk for an hour about using cozies as an escape kind of during the rough times in life, and it was a really good discussion. We also went to author speed dating earlier today, where we got to see Ellie and Esme, Mia, and oh my gosh, who was the 4th person? And Gretchen Rue. Kind of answer rapid fire Q&A about their books and their process and characters and stuff. That was also super fun. And yeah, today was just such a blast, and we ended the night with the murder mystery dinner, 3rd year in a row. And I gotta admit, I feel like this year's was actually the best. Lee Hollis wrote the script for this one. But I thought that it was hilarious. And don't get me wrong, the ones on the previous year were also really good, but the combination of the story and then the actors, and they also kind of streamlined how many characters were involved, so I think that kind of helped, just because it wasn't too much going on. But it was a hoot and a half, so much so to where we were sitting across the table from a couple who was local, and I have trust issues, you guys, ever since the first murder mystery dinner. But you know, they were kind of telling us about them attending the dinner, and we were convinced that they were going to kind of stand up and admit that they were in on the story the whole time. And one of the ladies really leaned into that fact, and so she ended up kind of walking back from the restroom with one of the actors, and for like a split second we're like, oh my god, is she really part of the show? And we just didn't know it. But yeah, it was so fun. The food was amazing. And speaking of imagine my delight coming back to my room and having nightcap treats. If they are chocolate chip cookies or something that look like chocolate chip cookies. So even though it's late and I'm talking like 11, I'm probably still gonna have a cookie. I'm gonna get in bed. I'm already kind of mostly in cozy clothes. I'm just gonna change my pants and snuggle in. We've got an early day tomorrow, but that's fine because I'm sure I will be up. And yeah, so I'm loving being here, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna have yet another one next year, and you can bank on me attending. But yes, it has been everything that I have hoped for and more. Tomorrow's gonna be another beautiful day, so I'm gonna get my beauty rest and talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, so I am back in my room, obviously. I thought that I would catch you guys up on what I have been up to today. It has been a whirlwind of a day. Unfortunately, it has gone by too fast, but you know, time flies when you're having fun. But one of the events today was an author signing, and I wanted to show you my book haul because I got a stack of books. Full disclosure, I already own all of these in ebook, but I wanted to have a physical copy for my shelf. So let's do a little book haul so you guys kind of see what all I got. Maybe I can tempt you to pick it up yourself if you have not heard of these cozies. So first up, we have An Scapegoat by Jana Rollins, aka Paula Charles. This is book 1 in the Zen Goat Mystery series, and it is basically about a woman who finds some long lost family thanks to a DNA test. She decides to kind of come stay with them on their farm and open up her dream of a goat yoga studio. One of the clients winds up dead, and I believe one of the goats gets sick, but she has to solve that mystery. Then we've got none other than Deadly Drafts by Courtney Bradley. This is book 1 in the Literary Stitches mystery series, and in this one, it is set in the real life town of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. We have a woman named Addie who returns to her hometown because her grandmother is sick, and so she has come to help her. While she is there, she is accused of murdering her ex-best friend, so she needs to clear her name. Obviously, you can tell by the cover, it is literary because there is a bookshop that is opened during the premise of the plot. But you guys, I love this one so much. And as a little spoiler, I got to read a little bit of the beginning of book 2, which isn't out yet, and it's really good. So you'll definitely want to read this one so that you are all caught up before book 2 comes out. Next up, we have Resort to Murder by Annie McEwen. This is the first book in the Northwoods Mystery series, which is set in this really picturesque lodge. And in this one, we've got a young woman who I believe was a interior designer who retreats back to her family's lake cottage or lodge or whatever to kind of escape her real world, her real life. And while she's there, of course, we've got the age-old conflict of, you know, the big bad building developer wanting to steamroll into the village and kind of buy up the property and all of those kinds of things. And you guys, I love it so much. There are about 4 books in the series, I believe. So perfect, especially if you are into seasonal reading, because the series does carry you through the seasons. Next up, we have Whiskey Business by Adrian Andover. This is his debut cozy mystery series, book 1 in the Mixology Lounge series. And this one stars an amateur sleuth who is on the verge of opening up his literary themed speakeasy. And unfortunately, one of the patrons is found dead behind the lounge with the glass of the speakeasy in his hand. So naturally, our sleuth needs to kind of get to the bottom of that crime, but simultaneously, we've got the added drama because the police detective is the brother of our main character's ex-fiance. So we got a little bit of that going on. But like, guys, I love the cover so much. I told Adrian before it came out how much I love it, and I cannot wait because I know that he mentioned he's already working on book 2 as well. And last but not least, we've got 2 books by Erin Scott, which I am obsessed with these covers. I have the first book, the first 6 book in the series, actually. The first one being Littered with Trouble. So this series is set in the town of Button, which is praised as being a super cute town, cute as a button. And it centers around a woman who comes to town to open up a bookshop, which was the dream of her and her late husband. And unfortunately, before she can open up her bookshop, a body is found a body is found. And so, you know, our sleuth needs to get to the bottom of it because, as we all know, dead bodies are bad for business. So this one is the first book, like I said. This one is book 11. Unfortunately, they didn't have book 2 in the bookstore because they sold out. But like, I love the covers so much that I went and got book 11 anyway. But I'm so glad to have these in my possession. Okay, so as far as the rest of the day, like I said, it's been a whirlwind in the best kind of a way. We started the morning off by attending like a really small group author discussion with Ellie Alexander, where we were able to kind of ask her questions, just anything under the sun about publishing and writing and everything like that. And that was, first of all, it's always amazing to be able to talk to Ellie, but then also it was in this really cool artsy co-op WeWork kind of space that had like interactive art. But that's kind of how we kickstarted the morning, and it was fabulous because we spent like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours with her. After that, oh my gosh, what did we do after that? I'm totally drawing a blank. Oh, I think we ended up going to get coffee at Mix and kind of walking around the square, which they were having really fun and peaceful protests, a No Kings protest, and it was just really good to see people doing good out in the world and just standing up for essentially like human rights. And then, like I said, we had the author signing, which was fantastic because I was able to not only talk to my ladies, but talk to other attendees just about books and like gush about how amazing everything is. And we have our sleuth dinner later on this evening, actually really soon. So I probably need to get my ass in gear and get ready for it. But I just wanted to say really quickly, and Kat, I don't know if you watch my videos, but you are so sweet. So Kat, who was one of the attendees here, she is a wonderful person and has been leaving little gifts on my door. And I came back to my room to this, and it's a cute little notebook, this cute pen that you can see it's like super thin, so you're able to like tuck it in your book or your pocket or whatever. But like in addition to that, she wrote a quick little, she wrote a note to me that was so touching. And I just want to say, Kat, you are amazing. And I really adore you. And, you know, gifts are definitely not my love language, but the fact that you have been so thoughtful to think about me and leave me such a kind note. And we talked for hours last night and the night before. But it's really just, that's really sums up the essence of the trip, is really being able to form deep connections with people. And these people that we go on to have friendships with after this whole event, it just really warms my heart and makes me feel so grateful to have found this community. So I'm gonna stop gushing because I need to get ready for the sleuth dinner. I will hopefully have good enough lighting to kind of take you guys along with me so that you can see everything, because there are folks, not me, but there are folks who are dressing up, and I'm very excited to see what they are coming as. So stay tuned for that. Was a fun weekend, and I figured I would wrap up this vlog with a little send-off, sign-off. I don't know, words are hard. I did not go to bed until 2 a.m. last night, and I was up at 7, so still waiting for my coffee to kick in. But anyway, it was an amazing weekend. I'm not surprised. I am already looking forward to coming back next year, but hopefully I was able to kind of show you guys the essence of what this weekend was all about, what Mystery Fest is all about. The authors were lovely. Ellie is amazing. I don't know how she does it. She's so kind and so generous, and was able to pull off yet another successful event. It was great to mingle with the authors and see friends who I adore. And I was talking with Courtney earlier today over breakfast, and we were kind of talking about our highlights or our absolute favorite parts or most memorable parts of the weekend. It's a little like picking a favorite child because the whole weekend was amazing, but I really enjoyed the murder mystery dinner this year because it was even more hilarious than previous years. Lee Hollis actually wrote the script for it, and yeah, it was so outrageous in the best kind of way. And the sleuth dinner last night was also really fun. I don't think I got a photo or a video clip of it, but there were like 5 ladies who dressed up as Velma, which was hilarious. And one of the Velmas who was seated at our table, she came with Fred, and I was like, oh my gosh, does Daphne know about this? So that was really fun. Erin Scott, one of the authors who was there, she dressed up as Harriet the Spy, and like obviously my millennial heart loved that. And Ellie and Tech Guy dressed up as Monk and Sharona, which was a hoot. So the sleuth dinner was definitely fun. It gave people an opportunity to get silly and like get dressed up and really like kind of talk about each other's costumes. And yeah, it was just an overall good time. I got an opportunity to attend a kind of small group with Ellie where she invited folks from her author academy to this session where we just kind of talked about the writing craft and peeled back the curtains on the writing process. And obviously hearing from her and her advice was helpful, is always helpful. But also we got a chance to hear from other authors who had taken the course and become successfully published, like obviously Courtney, but Paula, Jana Rollins, and Annie McEwen, and Adrienne Andover. And so hearing it from just like varying degrees of success, very inspirational, very helpful. And yes, everyone is just so nice and so willing to talk with you about writing, about reading. Obviously Cozy Mysteries as well. I was talking with well, multiple people over the weekend, but I was gabbing with Sarah, who coincidentally lives like right around the corner from me. But we were talking about how much we adore this festival because it gives us an opportunity to like really geek out about our passion when it comes to cozies without feeling weird or without feeling like the other person is like, oh, okay, crazy woman. But yes, overall, I had an amazing weekend. So my cup is full. I am able to go forth, be creative, and read all of the cozies and all of those kinds of things. So I am going to wrap up here. I hope you guys enjoyed following along. Stay tuned for more adventures on my channel. Obviously like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you have not checked out my previous year's Ashland's videos, I did vlog those as well. So if you want to either rewatch them or kind of live in Ashland again and see what the previous years were about, then definitely check those out as well. I have them linked in the description below. And yeah, I guess that'll about do it for now. I'm gonna get more coffee. So happy reading, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!